Welcome. We are going to present an analysis on liquidity risk management in SBI Bank, presented by Anshul Sharma and Anand Kumar under guidance of Professor S. Srinivasan. Liquidity risk arises from funding of long-term assets by short-term liabilities, thereby making the liability subject to rollover or refinancing risk. Higher value indicates lower risk. State Bank of India has a history of more than 200 years of existence. It is the largest commercial bank in India and accounts for approximately 18% of total Indian banking business, and its group accounts for 25% of total Indian banking business. SBI Group consists of SBI and associate banks of SBI, for example SBI Hyderabad, SBI Baroda, etc. The Reserve Bank of India owns majority share of SBI and some associate banks of SBI. SBI has 13 head offices governed each by a board of directors under the supervision of a central board. The board of directors and their committees hold monthly meetings, while executive committee of each central board meets every week. Key requirements of a liquidity risk management policy. The liquidity risk management policy must reflect the strategy and long-term liquidity plans and have as its major components the measurement of liquidity position, monitoring liquidity, and contingency planning. Internal indicators are higher rate of interest on deposits, delayed payment of matured periods, net deposit drain, increased cost of borrowings, and etc. Some market indicators are credit rating downgrades, increasing trend of deposit withdrawals, etc. Major ratio indicators are loan to deposit ratio, loan to adjusted deposit ratio, liquid assets to total deposit ratio, liquid assets to total assets ratio. Analysis and interpretation of ratios. Here we have calculated 8 ratios to show liquidity risk of SBI Bank. First one is loan to total deposit ratio. Here second is core deposit to total assets ratio. Third one is time deposit to total deposit ratio. Then fourth is liquid assets to total assets ratio. Fifth is prime assets to total assets ratio. Non-performing loans to loans ratio. Seventh is risk adjusted margin ratio, and the last one is total loan loss provisions to loans ratio.
SBI's liquidity risk management. An important objective of the bank's liquidity management is to maintain optimal asset to liability maturity portfolio that minimizes liquidity risk while maximizing profit. The Risk Management Committee of the Board was constituted on 23rd March 2004 and reconstituted on 9th May 2009 with 6 members. The Senior Managing Director is the Chairman of the committee. RMCB meets minimum of 4 times a year to oversee the policy and strategy for integrated risk management relating to credit risk, market risk and operational risk. ALCO manages and controls the structure of assets, liabilities and interest rate sensitivity with a view to maximize profits. It also ensures capital adequacy and sufficient liquidity. The bank has made significant effort to improve its market risk management capabilities and fine-tune its management information system. RBI asks banks to manage their asset liability sector in such a way that negative liquidity gap in the period of 1 to 14 and 15 to 28 days does not exceed 20% of cash outflows in the same period. SBI prepares the statement of structural liquidity on daily basis and reports it to RBI once in a month. Next, how SBI avoids liquidity crisis. Cap on interbank borrowing, branch borrowing, call borrowing. Core cap deposits, CRR SLR versus core asset loan. CRR. On March 9, 2012, the central bank had cut the CRR by 0.75%, which became 4.75%. SBI Chairman Pradeep Chaudhary says that reduction in CRR gives a room to banks for lowering interest rates. More the RBI cuts CRR, greater will be the ability of the banks to reduce interest rates. statutory liquidity ratio, which became 24% from 25%. Liability duration should be lower than the deposit duration. Maximize of cumulative outflows. Off balance sheet items should be reduced. Tracking of high value deposits, that is more than 1 crore. Thanking you.